I
I do.
object
What's your objection?
because I was traveling. I wasn't driving. Is there any injured party? Do we have a sworn affidavit or complaint from an injured party? No one was injured. There's no injured parties. If you guys can't bring forth any injured party, then why are we still here? I need this to be dismissed, and the funds that was issued on the bond account needs to be reimbursed to me. Period. You guys don't have any injured party here. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment, if you guys can't bring forth the accuser, then this needs to be dismissed.
Today we're checking out a sovereign citizen in court who genuinely believes the law doesn't apply to him. Yep, this guy actually argues that he was traveling, not driving, so the rules of the road somehow shouldn't apply. Wild, right? We've got body cam footage showing him running a red light, and we're going to see just how far that traveling argument gets him in court. Spoiler, it's not looking good. This guy is equal parts frustrating and hilarious. A total, waste of the court's time, but definitely entertaining to watch. So let's dive into the footage and see how it all goes
I was
down.
stopped at the 11 Mile and Washington light facing westbound. I had a green arrow and a vehicle proceeded eastbound on 11 mile through a light, which gained my attention. That light was red for them, which drew my attention to that vehicle.
Judge, at this time, I'd like to play that video from Officer Moran's dash cam. Judge, I'm just gonna stop that video here. Is that the video taken from your patrol car?
That is the vehicle for my patrol vehicle.
Does that fairly and accurately portray the events of the incident that led to the defendant being issued a civil infraction on that date and time?
It does.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that video be admitted into evidence.
All right, so admitted.
Officer, so what do you see on that video?
What I see, like I spoke to earlier, I was stopped at the 11 Mile at Washington light facing westbound. I got the green arrow to turn southbound on Washington when a vehicle proceeded eastbound through, obviously, the red light.
When you approached that vehicle, did you observe the driver of that vehicle?
I did.
Do you recognize the driver of that vehicle on this Zoom today?
I
I do.
object
What's your objection?
because I was traveling.
Hold on, Junior. We'll get to you in just a second. Honestly, it makes me cringe every time sovereign citizens toss around the word objection like it's some kind of magic spell that instantly shuts everything down in court. Does this guy even know what testimony is? Like, bro, it's not just people talking. This is actual evidence being presented. The way he said objection right there, you can tell he has no clue what's going on, and the fact that he's just putting his future in the court's hands without a lawyer is absolutely wild to me. These people make zero sense, and I'm still sitting here wondering how someone can be this clueless and yet show up to court acting so confident. Does this hurt your brain as much as it does mine? Because I swear it's like watching a car crash. You just can't look away. Anyway, let's dive back in and see what happens next.
Okay, overruled. Go ahead. You can answer the question, Officer Moran.
Yes, I do see the defendant in the court today.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that Officer Moran has identified the defendant, Anthony Mathis.
The record will so reflect.
When you pulled the defendant over, did you have a conversation with him?
I did.
And in that conversation, did he admit to you that he had driven through the red light?
He did.
And ultimately, you issued him a ticket?
I did.
What was that ticket for that you had issued him?
I actually issued him an impeding traffic ticket.
Okay. But that's not what he actually did, correct?
No, that's not.
Why did you issue him an impeding traffic ticket?
Mr. Mathis at the time had a good driving record. He knew what he did. He told me he admitted to it, and he had a good attitude on the road. So I chose to go an impeding traffic ticket.
I object.
What's your
I
objection?
didn't, I never admitted to anything. Do you guys have that on the record? Could you guys pull that up that I admitted to something?
You'll have a
If
chance
not,
to,
then that's false.
Mr. Mathis, you'll have a chance. Your objection's overruled. This is his testimony from his memory. You'll have a chance to testify yourself and add any additional evidence here. So at this point, that is not a proper objection. It's overruled. Anything else to add there to that?
Just very briefly, Judge, what an infraction did you actually observe?
I could have wrote him two infractions, either disobey traffic control device or disobey traffic signal.
And that's what he actually did, correct?
Correct.
Judge, I have nothing further at this time.
Now, Mr. Mathis, it's your opportunity to ask Officer Moran any questions that you feel are necessary. Now, I just want to instruct you, you'll have a chance to testify if you choose to in a moment. Right now, anything that you say should be in the form of a question directed at the officer. If you're going to start testifying, I'm going to have to interrupt you and redirect you. You'll have that chance in a moment. It's just to ask questions. So go ahead with any questions you have.
All right. Well, for the record, is there any injured party? Do we have a sworn affidavit or complaint from an injured party?
No, there's no injured party.
Okay, so we don't have any injured party. So Judge, you've been sworn in to uphold the Constitution, correct?
I'm not on the stand. I'm not answering any questions like that, Mr. Mathis, excuse me.
So what type of court is this? Is this Admiralty Maritime Law?
Mr. Mathis, right now is your opportunity to ask Officer Moran any questions that you want to. If you're going to make some legal objections or something along those lines, you can do that in your closing. But right now, this moment in time is for you to ask Officer Moran any questions.
Okay, well, for the record, we don't have any injured parties, correct?
Judge, that's been asked and answered.
Sustained. He already answered that question.
Right, correct. I just wanted to make sure that we got that on the record. So if there's no injured party here.
That's a great question, you idiot. Why are we even here? Oh, right. Maybe because this guy thought it was a genius move to file for a hearing instead of, I don't know, just paying his traffic ticket like a normal person. At this point, his IQ might actually be in the negatives. He clearly has no clue how a courtroom even works. Like, come on, it's not rocket science. You've got opening statements, testimony, and then closing statements. That's courtroom basics. A quick Google search would have done wonders here. And can we talk about the judge for a second? The level of patience this man is showing is insane. I would have lost it by now. This sovereign citizen is pushing every button possible, and the judge is still somehow keeping it together. Honestly, I think the judge is being a little too nice. Maybe that's just me. What do you guys think? Anyway, let's get back to it. Things are about to get even more ridiculous. He's about to go off.
Judge, I don't think that's an appropriate question for Officer Moran.
It should have been no type of charge of
Hang on,
anything.
Mr. Mathis. Just like when you made an objection, we all waited for the court to make a ruling. That's what you need to do. So Mr. Kluzny just made an objection that your question was actually more of a legal argument. I think that's what your objection was, Mr. Kluzny, correct?
Yes, Judge, I don't believe there was a question directed to the officer.
So I'm sustaining that objection. And again, you can make those legal arguments or whatever the case is that you want to make at the end. Right now, it's just questions or not to Officer Moran. Anything else?
No, that's the only question that I have. If there's no injured party, he said no one was injured.
All right. So, Mr. Kluzny, would you like to call any additional witnesses? I should ask you first, any redirect of Officer Moran?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right. Then any additional witnesses, Mr. Kluzny?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mathis, will you be testifying or do you have any witnesses that you'd like to call on your behalf?
No, I don't.
All right. Mr. Kluzny, then your closing statement.
Judge, based on the testimony of Officer Moran and the video, it's clear by a preponderance of evidence that the defendant committed the offense of disobeying a traffic signal. The authority for the stop comes from MCL 257.611 or 257.612. I believe that's for the traffic control device. The video in this case could not be more clear, Judge. You see Officer Moran is in the left turn lane. he gets a green arrow, and the defendant in his vehicle has a red light, drives right through the red light. If Officer Moran didn't stop, he would have hit the defendant's vehicle because he went right through the red light. It's rare that we have a video that is as clear as this, Judge. And the officer tried to give him a break by writing him for an impeding instead of what he actually did, which was disobeying a traffic signal. And I believe it's clear based on the testimony in the video that the defendant is responsible for that traffic offense of disobeying a traffic signal.
Repeat your change.
Yeah. Thank you.
You got the light?
Mr. Mathis, your closing argument?
Well, what I would like to say on the record is no one was injured. There's no injured parties. If you guys can't bring forth any injured party, then why are we still here? I need this to be dismissed and the funds that was issued on the bond account.
If we go by this idiot's logic, then just imagine this for a second. If there were no victims for traffic violations and we all just got away with it, the roads would be pure chaos. Like, sure, let's all run red lights, drive 100 an hour in school zones and park wherever we want. Because, hey, no victim, no crime, right? It's literally like these people forget traffic laws exist to keep everybody safe without them. We'd basically be living in a real-life game of bumper cars, except with actual consequences. Not only that, but I think this dude here is just using the sovereign citizen BS to get away with his little traffic violation here. Maybe this guy's intelligent enough to somehow think that he can get away with it if he just used their script, but then again, I don't think it's going to work out too well for him, so he's definitely not very intelligent anyways. Let's go ahead and...
Judge. And the officer tried to give him a break by writing him for an impeding instead of what he actually did, which was disobeying a traffic signal. And I believe it's clear based on the testimony in the video that the defendant is responsible for that traffic offense of disobeying a traffic signal.
Repeat your change.
Yeah. Thank you.
You got the light?
Mr. Mathis, your closing argument?
Well, what I would like to say on the record is no one was injured. There's no injured parties. If you guys can't bring forth any injured party, then why are we still here? I need this to be dismissed and the funds that was issued on the bond account.
Flip 5, all that. For that? This dude really just came to waste everyone's time, didn't he? Like, seriously, what was even the point of this sovereign citizen contesting the officer's ticket? Not only did he drag out this entire process for absolutely no reason, but he couldn't even be bothered to present a halfway decent testimony to back up his argument. I mean, I already knew he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, but somehow he managed to lower the bar even more. So what do you guys think about this whole train wreck? Where would you rank this guy's IQ? Because honestly, I'm at a loss. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you guys have to say. And hey, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Let me know what you want to see next on the channel. I'm always down to dive into more courtroom chaos. Thanks so much for watching and take care.